Hey fellow peers, Sofia here, and welcome back to Potential Music Geek. This is a music review series of the CDs I own. Today I will be reviewing I Don't Know How But They Found Me's first full album, Razzmatazz. Little quick recap as to who this band is. I Don't Know How is a music side project by Dallin Weekes and Ryan Seaman. They have contributed to a plethora of bands, but both are known for being in the Brobecks. I Don't Know How has been making music since around 2016, primarily through singles and EPs, but their first full album didn't release until October of 2020. Razzmatazz has 14 tracks, including buffers that are in between full songs. I have been following this band basically since the beginning, and I have thoroughly enjoyed their music. So when I heard that this album was coming out, I was shivering with anticipation. Especially since I have really enjoyed Dallin and Ryan's previous works. For this album specifically, I wanted more of that immersive 70s, 80s inspired eeriness that I fell in love with, and Razzmatazz did not fall short on that. In a way, it's giving this VHS core artsy bitch everything she wants. I guess before listening to this album, it would help to listen and watch their earlier work to get easier grasp of what this music project is going for. Not saying that this isn't a good introduction to the band, it just might take a second longer to get what they're going for if you have little to no context. My go-to shorthand interpretation of this music project is that it's a rediscovered soundscape of a puppet-mastered 80s band narrative. I know it's a mouthful, but actually giving them a listen will do more justice than whatever the hell I'm trying to say. Since this is a full album, they're able to provide more music than on their EPs or singles, of course, even though some of them were released as singles. One of them is an adaptation of a former music project's demo, but a majority of them seem to be new. Like I mentioned in my 1981 EP review, they have an energetic bitterness to their songs. It undoubtedly carries over to this album, maintaining musical consistency. Before I attempt to pick my top 3 songs from this album, I want to clarify something. I undoubtedly like 12 out of 14 of these tracks. The only 2 I felt more indifferent towards were Mad IQs and Sugar Pills. They're not horrible by any means, they just feel like filler songs. For some reason, I'm the least engaged with these songs. Like, I'll listen to them while I'm driving, but I probably won't dance or sing along to them. My opinions could change eventually, but for now, that's how I feel about those 2 songs. But what are my top 3 from this album? They're in no particular order, but it was still hard picking my top 3 since I like a majority of the songs. My choices are Door, Cluster Hug, and Nobody Likes the Opening Band. Door is extremely effective, to the point, and it's sentimental about the ups and downs of relationships. It shows that he is considerate of his partner's needs and what they feel is best for the relationship. Cluster Hug. Okay, if this isn't in some coming-of-age show or movie soon, I swear to God I'll make it myself. I jam to this song the most. As like the best story, it's very clear as to what it's about. It's energetic, fun, it's bitter, and it really goes with their vibe. Nobody Likes the Opening Band? Okay, I know this is an absolute fan favorite. It was written in less than a day from what I believe, but it puts off a personal lore vibe. It's totally something a striving 80s band would write, to be cheeky but still truthful in their sentiments. I nitpicked that it wasn't featured on the 1981 EP. I was worried that was never going to get an official release, but I am so happy it's on an official album. Now my favorite lyric from this album. There are a ton of great lyrics throughout Razzmatazz, but some have stuck with me more than others. Now, I didn't do this with my last album review because I kinda spaced it, so as a little bonus, I'm going to reveal my favorite lyrics from the 1981 EP first. My favorite lyric from the 1981 EP has to be from the song Bleed Magic. Crawling up your skin, potion-pleasing medicines to circumvent your brain. I just love the use of circumvent in this song. Like, that struck me firsthand, and it stuck with me. Now onto my favorite lyric of Razzmatazz, and it's actually from the track Razzmatazz, the album's namesake. Some things just cannot be fixed, with sparkle tons in politics. In a fascist little paradox, we all become anonymous. I have a feeling I know who he's directing this towards, specifically, but this can apply to our general climate, really, so it's always in the back of my mind when viewing media and stuff like that. In conclusion, despite my nitpicks with 2 of their songs, I still heavily enjoy this album. It brings back the joy I had as a kid and teen when listening to alternative music, but still has a new creative flow that doesn't undermine my adult self or rely heavily on the exploitation of my nostalgia. Razzmatazz is a phenomenal continuation of a great music concept. Their music and videos continually convince me to anticipate their new installment, however long they continue this project, that is. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. However long, I'll be following along. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, be sure to like and subscribe to keep yourself updated. I make a variety of videos, such as media analysis discussions, geek stuff, reviews, and so on. Are you a fan of iDKHOW, or is this your first introduction to the band? Have you listened to Razzmatazz or any of their other songs? If so, let me know in the comments. Also, feel free to recommend albums in the comments below. I'm always open to hear new music. Until next time, stay safe, and I'll see you later, my fellow peers. Bye.